Let's continue. Saburou came back around sunset.
ただいまっす。
お帰りなさいませ。
おお、ミーナちゃん、もう平気なのかい？
おかげさまで助かりました。
いや、俺は何もしてねえよ。美味しいところ持ってったのは全部マチャオミだよ。
マチャオミ。You could have wrote it. マチャオミ。Hey, Saburou.
あえ？
I'm going to go out for a little training.
おお、わかった。ミーナちゃんのおしっこ飲んどくわ。
Sure. Do you have a death wish?
すみません。口が過ぎました。
How's it? Please make sure you treat your duty seriously.
いってらっしゃいませ。ご飯用意して待ってますね。
That would be great.
阿久津さんの至福の時間ですもんね。
なんかお前ら、俺のいないうちにちょっと進展してないか？
I cannot go to much exercise since crossing the mountain several days ago. I needed to keep myself fit just in case. With that in mind, I decided to jog to the school and back. Sorry. I hadn't gotten any sleep last night, so my breathing was a bit irregular.
あ、こんにちは。
I came in the same class as Mina, and I flagged me down.
ミーナさん、どうしたんですか？
She was running a bit of a fever last night, but she's alright now.
よかった。みんな心配していたんです。ミーナさんがいないと、どうも活気がないんですよね。
Everyone really loved her. Excuse me?
ちょっと待ってください。
Yes?
ほおずき先生があなたのことを探していましたよ。
I wet my forehead and responded. I understand. Thank you. Did you call for me? Hosuke had been waiting for me with open arms.
困ったことになった。
See what I was talking about? What? She certainly didn't seem too concerned about it.
今日の昼の出来事だ。
In fact, it looked like she was doing her best not to burst out laughing, huh?
例の囚人が脱走した。
Mm-hmm. Alright. Is the one you were holding under the school?
食事を運んだ時に部下が注意を怠ってな。
His whereabouts are unknown.
つかめていたらお前を呼びつけていない。
So you want me to capture him? I turned my back on her. I was in no mood for adult chit-chat.
そいつは連続婦女暴行犯でな。
What did you say? That certainly got my attention. Why haven't you declared a state of emergency in the school? No, the entire town, in fact. I thought it was a girl I had just encountered at the school entrance.
学園の地下に牢獄があったなどと住民に言えんのだ。
I mean, yeah, okay. So this was the secret project of hers.
とりあえず
Secret.
州境の警備兵には連絡をしておいた。
You said it happened earlier this morning, correct? He should still be within the town limits.
簡単には逃げられんだろうな。
For the time being, I will act to ensure Saika Mina's safety.
急いで帰った方がいいぞ。奴はもうお楽しみ中かもしれん。
Suzuki's Ari's words from the night before wouldn't stop running through my head. Ari, I need to remember. You know, I just thought of an interesting way to kill some time. Would that mean that she had allowed the prisoner to escape herself? I could not see a reason for her to do so. However, the timing was just too perfect. Why would a prisoner who had been locked up for a year now suddenly escape now? For a year suddenly escape now. Was this perhaps part of the exam? Whatever was the case, I needed to focus on protecting Saika's-san for the next few days. Saburou would be watching the house in my absence. He was a stooge, certainly, but a stooge who had made it to the final exam. He had obviously had more than adequate training in the art of self-defense. That said, my return to the house was a swift one indeed.
おお、どうした？血相変えて帰ってきやがって。
Saika-san was relaxing and enjoying some tea.
ご飯になさいますか？
She greeted me with her usual smile. Saburou, do you have a moment?
あ？
I whispered the details into his ear.
なんだよ、気持ち悪いな。
Explain our current situation.
天帝がそう言ったのか。
Yes, this is far worse than a ghost. I'm sure you agree.
幽霊？
It's not.
すみません。大事なお話を遮ってしまって。
Shibat, modestly.
できれば捕まえたいな。
I wanted to say, pretty cool phrase by the way. I wanted to say maybe she should know, but at the same time, how they will explain it in terms of like, how he appeared, right? He just fucking enters the town. Not really, you know, realistic, right? My thoughts exactly.
ミーナちゃんは俺らが四六時中見張ってるから無事だろうな。でも念のため睡眠は交代しながら取らねえか。
I believe that would be a sound idea. Saburou may have been a stooge, but he was quick on the uptake, nonetheless. Can you fucking talk?
じゃあ俺ちょっと出かけてくるわ。
You'll be fine by yourself? Not that we could leave Saika-san here by yourself, of course. Make sure you return tonight.
おお、マチャオミ君が俺を心配してくれるなんて。
He left the house, raising a faint wailing since all the while. Well then, Saika-san.
樋口さんはお仕事ですか？
Something like that. Don't worry about it.
では夕飯は後にしましょうか。
That would be prudent. Saika-san and I sat around doing nothing particular for some time.
樋口さん、遅いですね。
Indeed. I had to keep my eyes on Saika-san since I was on duty. I couldn't read a book to pass the time or anything of the sort. Yeah. Granted, she needed to use the bathroom.
ありがとうございます。
She seemed pleased that I had known what she meant. As we had decided this morning, I waited for Saika-san on the opposite side of the door. The door was seen, but it provided with privacy nonetheless. I was expecting to hear a sigh or two, but the bathroom remained silent. After a short time, Saika-san exited, blushing. That took a while. She had kept me waiting for more than 20 minutes.
すみません。
Are you still not feeling well?
キノコですか？平気です。いただいたお薬が効いたようです。
You got to hear it.
ええ。
None of our conversation ever seemed to go anywhere. You know?
は
A woman without any hobbies sharing a room with a man without any interesting traits is comical in a way.
い。面白みのない男？
Myself.
少なくとも私は阿久津さんのそばにいて退屈ではありませんよ。
A wonderful response.
はい。
Honestly, I think your rehabilitation is more than complete enough already. Don't you agree?
そうでしょうか。
You don't visit 7-3 or spend time on foreign music any longer, do you? She cast her eyes downward graciously. Since Saburou isn't back yet, why don't we take the opportunity to buzz?
やはり恥ずかしいです。
They doing this fucking on purpose, like, I have to censor every fucking part. Can you, like, stop? I mean, at least I understand why it's happening, yeah, because it's like... This activity, so to speak, right? So it's nothing like... In Riddle Jogger, for example, yeah, and like, flashbacks with, like, you know, age scenes. But, still, kind of, you know, I see.
何かお話ししていただけませんでしょうか。
Roughly at the beginning, I need to remember. Is your highness vicious?
からかわないでください。
I believe I was sending the request was consideration of your obligation to a
あ
moral.
りがとうございます。
That's all I really had to say. That was pretty pitiful even for me. I'm sure you've realized that idle chat is not really my strong suit by now. If Saburou were here, he'd probably win things up a bit, saying, "You're sure gotten used to staring at Mina-san's nude body, huh?" Or something like that.
ミーナさん？
I mean, yeah. Huh?
いえ、不意に名前で呼ばれて驚いてしまいました。
Is that not what Saburou calls you?
いえ、
It's that strange.
おかしいわけではありませんが、その
Yeah. She shrank away from me.
とても心が乱れます。
Huh? What a coincidence! I often feel as if my rhythm is being thrown off when I'm with you.
それは悪い意味でしょうか。
I'm not sure. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say that I found my lips a bit rosy around here.
阿久津さん、
Yes?
今日一つお願いしたばかりで恐縮なのですが、できればお風呂の時も。
Starts with little things, you know. I interrupted her. You don't need to fret over it. Your obligation will be cancelled tomorrow anyway. She only needed to put up with it for a bit longer.
ではせめて樋口さんに代わっていただくわけにはいきませんでしょうか。
Why?
それはその
She fidgeted. Saika-san, well, these are merely my personal thoughts, but don't take well to people who don't state the thoughts clearly. I am a most boring individual. Of a logic of emotion and mathematical art, you see. And more than anything else, I stress results and efficiency in all situations.
すみません。不快な思いをさせてしまいましたか。
I ignored her question and continued. Why do you want Saburou to take my place? I had absolutely no idea why she would find Saburou preferable in this regard.
でははっきりと言わせていただきます。
Understood.
あなたに裸を見られるのは他のどなたに見られるよりも恥ずかしいからです。
Or maybe I should have said go ahead because it would make more sense than if I can understood. Our positions had been reversed. What else? I cut myself off before asking the rest of the question. No, I see.
わがままのお願いをして申し訳ありませんでした。
You need only deal with me for another day.
はい、短い間でしたがありがとうございました。
I didn't grant Saika-san's request. The moment she was sleeping peacefully, I continued absentmindedly reading one of Yuukyuu's novels. The words on the page slipped me by. I had no... slipped by me, maybe, no? I had no need to concern myself with her words. I would be leaving the town soon enough.
ただいま。
You took your time.
怪しい奴はいなかったぞ。
Don't worry about it, the issue is unrelated to our exam.
ちょっと冷たいけど、その通りだな。
Saburou took his notebook out of his roaming case and began writing it as he did every night. I've decided to apply for the consideration of Saika-san's obligation tomorrow.
書類は
I'm going to start on them now.
検定の許可がいるだろ
I intend to visit her first thing in the morning.
結局俺ら、何もしてなくね
That just means there was nothing for us to do.
そんなんで OK が出るとは思わないけどな。
Look at it this way. If we dilly daily and applying for the cancellation of the obligation of a reliability who has already made sufficient progress, we could be the ones accused of a crime.
まあわかった。明日で、こののんびりした毎日も終わりか。
Let's hope so. I saw a glance at Saika-san's sleeping face. A feeling of reluctance to part with her tugged at my chest. And of course you're fucking rolling around. We visited Kozuki early in the morning. Early in the next morning.
3人ともおはよう。
おはようございます。本日はよろしくお願いします。
That wasn't for you, by the way. Saika-san was the only one to return her greeting.
囚人はいたか？
昨日探してたんですけどね。簡単には見つかりませんね。
Can you even talk about it when she's here? She's just fucking a civilian now.
そうか。いずれ捕まるだろう。今 中央の警察から特別に治安維持担当課の局員を集めている。
Public security? This is more serious than I thought.
知っていたか？彼らは本来はテロなどの集団犯罪に対応する部署だが、はっきり言って無能の集まりでな。暇を持て余しているんだ。
Huh? Okay. She got connections with the upper echelons of the police. I couldn't take this woman lightly. I mean, she actually said this, no? And you actually explained it, no? When she... Okay, I'm gonna fucking shut up.
試験が終わったら、彼らをお前に任せてもいいぞ。エリート集団に仕立て上げてくれ。
I would be honors. What nonsense.
試験が無事に終わればいいな。
She gone, Satsai-san.
ところで、サイカミーナ。
はい。
阿久津はどうだ？
素晴らしい人です。
She snorted.
仕事ぶりを尋ねたつもりだったのだがな。
Alright. Is there a problem? But I didn't despite myself.
いや、問題はないぞ。どうした阿久津？
ん？
そんなに私を睨みつけなくてもいいだろう。
That was not my intent. She was definitely playing around with me again. Yes, I decided to submit the application over the cancellation of Saika-san's obligation. I presented the documents I had prepared.
サイカミーナは十分に構成しているというのだな。
She didn't even look at them.
構成も何も、もともと悪い子じゃなかったっすよ。
つまり、お前たちは特に仕事をしたわけではないというのだな。
Well, that's one way of looking at this, yeah. Yes, that's about what it comes down to.
愚かな。
Your smile suddenly disappeared.
いいか？貴様らは重大な勘違いをしている。この女は
She pointed directly at Saika-san.
罪人なのだ。すべての国民から愛されなければならない人間がくだらん移民音楽などに傾倒し、がさつな言葉を覚え、その詩を発表し、最下の亀を傷つけたのだ。
Saika-san retreated in fright, but couldn't escape the back of Kosuke's hands. What did you just...
女を殴るなど人間のすることではないか。
Yeah, don't be such cliché. Would you mind explaining the reasoning behind your actions? I couldn't believe my eyes.
少女はいついかなる時でも愛想を見せねばならんのではないか。たとえ私のような悪人に無意味に殴られようとも笑っていなければならんのではないか。
That's yeah.
都会に戻ればこんなものでは済まんぞ。ドロドロした旧家のしきたり、ヒステリックな婦人たちの妬みと中傷がお前を待ち受けているのだ。
I mean, she's completely right, actually. Yeah. It's more soften up here than anything. Well, living here, really. Didn't it? Because, yeah, she's like in a more positive environment. Everyone loves her. But she should be in an environment where everyone kind of not really likes her. But at the same time, it would violate her obligation, right? Because she would cause displeasure. So, how did I fucking... yeah. Yeah.
そら、笑え。笑えと言っている。
Sorry.
すみません。
Wrong answer. She tried her best to form her trembling lips into a smile.
どうした？不快だぞ私は。お前のように甘やかされて育った女を見ると実に気分が悪い。なあ、阿久津よ。お前がシュランの養父を警戒して夜も眠れなかった時、こい 実は暖かいベッドで熟睡していたのだ。
What? Disgusting words. Disgusting words meant to plant a seed of resentment within the very seeds recesses of my being. Her mouth certainly resembled the green, but her eyes.
張り付いた笑顔だな。まるで病気のようだ。お似合いだぞ。
Wow. Shut up, statistically. Haven't you had enough of this? Is she still making you feel unpleasant?
いや、優越感に満ち溢れているぞ。神職の家の者を殴った移民は私くらいだろうな。
Special high class individuals are allowed to employ violence in the rehabilitation of criminals.
罪人というものはごく一部の極悪人がマスコミを騒がすだけで、そのほとんどが普段は善良な人間なのだ。この少女のようにな。
No, I don't know about fundamentality.
だから我々は騙されてはいけない。お前たちがいい子だと認めている人間は過去に犯罪を犯したのだ。
Yes, that was certainly true.
お前たちが何も仕事をしなかったのであれば、サイカミーナはまた同じ罪を犯す。
From a logical standpoint, she was absolutely correct. Saiki-san was an elegant and spirited girl. Could she truly receive any punishment other than having a man watch her in the toilet and while bathing? Could you really call it guidance if she hadn't been met with enough punishment to ensure that she never desired to hold her obligation ever again?
わかったか？わかったら真面目に仕事をしろ。私を殺そうとするより先にな。
She directed the swears at Saburou. He must have been watching for an opening the entire time.
やはり阿久津の方が賢いな。
You got the room at loss for what to do.
なんとかなったと思わないか？
Saburou came to me as we were exiting the room. Done something?
天帝の悪逆無道を阻止できたって。
Yuukyuu was lying right there on her desk. Didn't you notice? The entire time she was beating Saika-san, she never moved out of arm's reach of her gun. She was waiting for us to try something.
でも二人がかりなら。
I mean, there would be a chance, sure. He stopped mid-sentence and shook his head.
いや、天帝は拳銃の鬼だったな。
I mean, yeah, she fucking killed 3 people in like, what, a fucking moment? The memory of his fallen comrades was still fresh in his mind.
胸に2発、脳天に1発ずつ。みんなちょっとのズレもなかったもんな。
So, yeah. He sighed.
天帝と知り合ったのはさ、射撃訓練の時だったんだよ。
Oh, so she was the instructor.
その時はすんげえ話のわかる人でさ、完全に萌えキャラだと思ってたのに。
Even if he had managed to defeat her, we wouldn't have been able to get away with it for long. Miss Hozuki is a woman of slight stature. In terms of physical strength, we are obviously superior to her, which was probably exactly why she had put so much time into learning how to use a gun. Learning, sorry. However, Hozuki has the strength of the entire country behind her. We are but 2 individuals. Saburou looked very dissatisfied.
クールだね。まったくおっしゃる通りだわ。
I mean, I have a few schemes of my own, but we needed to wait for the right opportunity.
すみませんでした。私のせいで。
ミーナちゃんは何も悪くねえよ。なあ、マサオミ。
I stared dumbly at Saika-san. She was already behaving cheerfully again, like nothing had ever happened.
おい、マサオミ。
Yes. I'm the one at fault here, Saika-san.
いや、別にお前のせいでもないんだが。なんかシリアスだわ。俺帰るわ。任せるわ。
He clicked his tongue and left. What a selfish guy.
試験、長引いてしまいましたね。
I suppose I will be imposing upon your hospitality for a while longer. What is it?
いえ、すみません。
Why are you apologizing?
まだしばらく阿久津さんと一緒に いられるのかと思って。
Huh.
なんでもないです。
Your expression was too complicated for me to make any guesses to hear your current state of mind. Would you like to take today off as well? Your face is covered in bruises.
いいえ、2日も休んでは学園の皆さんに迷惑をかけてしまいますので。
And they will be worried about your bruises, no? Pushing yourself like this for the sake of others is nuts. I bit my lip. Nothing, never mind. Your obligation required you to do just that.
阿久津さんが私を気遣ってくださるのが分かってとても恐縮です。
You needed me. My job was not to babysit here. Well, let's head to class then. I was a special class individual. My job was to provide guidance to criminals. The students crowded around Saika-san and Susan as we entered the classroom. They all seemed quite concerned over her absence.
クワップなどと意味不明な規制を上げてしまってとても恥ずかしかったです。
Her residents smiled were modest. The residents of this town were kind. Normally, criminal bearing an obligation would be an object of contempt. One would find an area symbols of punishment in her daily life. What then was my job?
阿久津さんは数学が得意なのですね。
I suppose.
昔からですか？
Yes, you could say that. Unlike foreign languages or history, questions involving mathematics are simple to answer without the aid of textbook.
私は全く逆ですね。自分で考える問題が多い数学よりも暗記するだけでなんとかなる外国語や歴史の方が得意です。
Kind of resembles her lifestyle, right? When she has to behave a certain way, you just remember how you need to behave and do just that. Well, children of well-to-do families are at a bit of advantage when it comes to scholarship. Excuse me? That comment may have made it seem like that I envy you. I grinned sarcastically. I see what he's doing.
嫉妬ですか？
Don't worry about it. I have no reason for concern, let alone envy.
私に関心もないと？
Yes. I mean, to say that there is no need for us to even compare each other. She blinked.
阿久津さんが私に全く関心がないのは寂しいなと思ったんです。
I was suddenly reminded of our conversation in the bus from yesterday. The next class is beginning soon. Nothing particular notable happened for the rest of the day. We arrived home around dusk.
夕飯にはまだ早いですね。
Saburou was probably out engaging in tomfoolery again.
何かお話ししませんか？
What would I have to do to cancel this girl's obligation? Then please allow me to ask you something.
はい。どんなことでもお答えします。
She sounded rather lively. Do you feel inconvenienced in your daily life by the fact that you are burdened with an obligation? She looked at me quizzically. I do not mind if you voice a complaint. Is the guidance being applied for the sake of your rehabilitation?
そうですね。やはり入浴の時とお手洗いの時が不自由といえば不自由です。
I thought as much. Is that it? Let me say this as clearly as possible. If you do not feel complete resentment towards the idea of overbearing this obligation again, there is a possibility for you to become a repeat offender.
もちろん、私が義務を負っているせいで、私の家や阿久津さんに迷惑をかけているのは、たまらなく辛いことです。
Thank you.
私は、どうすればよいのでしょうか。
She was not permitted to have hobbies or close friends. Furthermore, she was forced to spend all of her time with men such as myself. The loan should have been unbearable for a girl of her age. Does my constant surveillance not make you feel comfortable? But Saika-san merely shook her head and gave me a smile.
いいえ、とても安心できます。
I heaved a sigh. Had I been too soft on her after all? It was not fitting to take criminals as such. The sun vanished beyond the horizon before I could find answer to my questions. Saburou came back after we finished dinner. He was holding a note bundle in his arms.
ただいまっす。
Huh?
お帰りなさいませ。
Hey!
おう、正臣。お役目ご苦労。いつも任しちゃって悪いね。
It was nothing short of a miracle that a man this axe had not already been disposed of by Miss Hozuki. More importantly, what exactly is that?
あ
What are you holding? Whatever it was wrapped in a towel.
こいつか
He sprayed it with a brazen smile.
赤ちゃんですか？
What? Is this
拾
yours?
ってきました。
拾ってきたんですか？
育てるぜい。
ゾイって。
My head was starting to hurt. Explain now.
人さらいです。
You are under arrest.
嘘です。雪の降る夜、教会に捨てられていましたので。
It is currently summer.
町に教会はないですよ。
川の近くに捨てられていたんだよ。
Then look for his parents.
もらってあげてくださいとの書き置きがあったんだよ。
That is your only impetus for becoming his parent?
はい。
They remind you that we are in the midst of special high-class individual exam. This is no time for such diversions.
困っている人を見過ごすわけにはいかねえ。ましてや赤ん坊ならなおさらのことだ。
I can't do without your prejudice.
とにかく、この子は俺たちの子供だ。
Ours?
俺とお前。
I think we will have a hard time explaining that one to them when they grow up.
どっちのお父さんから生まれたのとか聞かれたら、最高に幸せだと思う。
I am not sure I share your sentiments.
母親役は、ミーナちゃんにやってもらうから。
私ですか？どうしていいかわかりませんが。
とりあえず、母乳を与えてくれればいいと思う。
She can't.
出ませんけど。
Please calm down and look this rationally. Do you seriously expect a mature people like us to become parents? We could not shirk in our duty of supervising Saika-san either.
あのまま川に放っておいたら、死んじまってたぞ。
Try finding someone in the town to look after it.
昨日、一昨日とその前と、ずっと探してたんだがな。
Huh? He hadn't been out coverting this moment?
なんかよ、この子の親があれでよ。だから、この子もあれがあれだから育てたくないってよ。
I do not know what the that he was referring to us, but the display and anger painted on his face told me enough. There are no other options then. Oh well, might as well just go along with it. We will take responsibility for raising this child.
分かってくれたか？心の友よ。
And that's Ken, right? Holy shit. I will help you raise the child, but I have no particular confidence in my ability to do so. You can consider it yours.
まあいいでしょ。ミーナちゃんもいいね。
But is it actually Ken? I think the difference in age is kind of small. Don't you think? Because Saburou and Masaomi, they like maybe 18 or something. Because he's like, it was at the very beginning of the game said that he was younger than this like middle-aged guys significantly. So let's say he's like 20, and Masaomi also 20. What you want to say is that like Hozuki Masaomi looks like that at 37 or 38 or 40. I think he was like at his 50s. But then again, he has pretty good shape in terms of like physical shape, right? So,
頑張りますよ。可愛いですしね。
Yet another bit of trouble for us to deal with. The boisterous atmosphere filled the house as the night wore on. Saika-san was currently feeding warm milk to the baby.
はい、なんでしょう。
Sorry about that.
皆さん。
はい、なんでしょう。
I looked up from the book I was reading. Name?
重大なことを忘れていませんか？
奇遇だね。俺も同じことを考えていたのだよ。
この子、名前は何というのでしょうか？
そうなんだよ。書き置きには名前はなかったんだよ。
Then it would appear we are the people most suitable to assign it name.
その回りくどい言い回し。お前、名前をつけてみたいんだろ？
Not particularly. Such foolishness.
でも、阿久津さんの名前、正臣ってすごいですよね。
将軍に大臣だからな。いかついにも程がある。それに引き換え俺なんかよ、適当につけられたとしか思えないんだよね。
And what are you going to do about the name?
お、興味ないようなふりしてたのに。
It will be inconvenient if you do not decide upon a name. Do you want to call it Baby or something? Just then the baby yawned and take his son's arms.
じゃあ、俺が決めるかな。
Wait.
なんだよ。
Please be aware that they will have to deal with your joke name for the entire life.
バレたか。
阿久津さん、何かありませんか？
I closed my eyes and pretended to think about it. I had already decided on a few candidates for did my know earlier, but announcing them immediately wouldn't be any fun. I needed to lead into it. We need to choose a name that combines strength, beauty, and dignity.
ほほー、そうきましたか。
ワクワク。
I glanced in the direction and spoke casually. What do you think of Himiko? As I'm sure you know, I took the name from the queen in those novels. I feel the name sends a powerful message about how women too can seize power in our male-dominated society. And that's the boys, that's why they're freaking out.
いや、男だから。
Huh?
男。
男の子です。
Such foolishness.
どうして女の子だと思われたんですか？
Is it fucking reference to Index? You know this like Index series anime. There's like such misfortune in this like you know phrase which like repeated 2000 times. And here's like such foolishness.
初めての子供は女の子って決めてたんだよ。そっとしておいてやれよ。
Yeah, I guess. Though his son was a bit disparaging, he was essentially correct.
じゃあ、一人一文字ずつつけていこうじゃないか。
なんかいいですね。ちょうど3文字になるわけですか？
俺からでいいか？
Feel free.
あ、
Huh? This was shaping to be quite a orthodox name, yeah? Is it my turn?
出しゃばんなよ。ミーナちゃんの番だ。
そうですね。あですから。迷いますね。
No shit. You want me to take your place?
出しゃばんなっての。
すみません。やっぱり最後にしてください。
See? She let me take over.
威張るな。
After A, we'll have Astro Machine. Key? I suppose that gives us key.
では最後は、おです。あきおくんです。
あ、なんかいいんじゃないの？あきおっていう感じな感じ？
Like dusk of a man. Or something. No, I don't like that.
はい。
なんでだよ。
It would be a bit odd to have the name Autumn if you were born in the middle of summer.
じゃあ、夏男でいいんか？
Yeah, because Natsumi, you know. Simply changing the country from autumn to summer is a bit unsophisticated.
まあ、樋口さん、もう一度やってみませんか？
そうだな。いろいろ候補を出してみよ
We begin once more.
う。じゃあ、行くぞ。
So then, ba?
では、さです。翼くんです。
Like sky or something?
あ、いいかもしれないね。
Wings, yeah,
大
yeah,
空に羽ばたいていくロマンを感じるよ。
yeah. Wings the sky, right? No, I think we should continue.
またかよ。なんでだ？
Nothing in particular.
わがままか。
あ 見させていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
おう、言ってやれ。
3人で決めている以上、完全に自分の思い通りにはならないと思うのです。
You act as if I am the one at fault here.
おめえが悪いんだっての。
Such foolishness.
じゃあ最後な。おい、マチャオミの番だぞ。
I am done.
飽きんなよ。
Like I said, this name will be the boy his entire... What? Like I said, this name will be this boy his entire life. This is really why I want it to be perfect. However, Saika-san is correct. As long as all three of us have input, it will never turn out perfectly.
すねんなよ。
しかしですね、名前そのものよりも3人で決めたということに意味があるのではないでしょうか。3人の子供という意思が伝わってくるのではありませんか？
You're right. Well, whatever. As foolish as this was, it had been rather enjoyable. I am done. He is your child, so name him as you wish.
たく、すねちゃまめ。
ケに続けそうなのは...
Saika-san made certain not to disrupt our harmony from beginning to end.
です。
じゃあ、ケンだな。
ケン君です。
じゃあ、早速漢字を当てていこう。ワ
クワク。
Gensen. So it is him. Well, later, as we were engaging in the same idle chat, Saika-san suddenly spoke up.
阿久津さん、そろそろ...
Time for you to bust, right? She bit her lip.
昨日言いましたように、樋口さんに代わっていただくわけには。
え？俺？
Saburou was holding Ken.
なんだよ、お前ら喧嘩でもしたのか？
とんでもないです。
That isn't even possible.
ああ、そうだな。義務だもんな。喧嘩したりして相手を怒らせちゃまずいよな。
Is that Ken?
おい、ケン。子供なら子供らしく泣いたり笑ったりせんか。
Ken remained silent.
可愛くねえガキだな。そんなんじゃ俺の子は務まらんぞ。
I had to admit he was rather quiet for a child. My apologies, Saika-san, but I will be denying your request for the time being.
はい。
Should not need to be down about it. Miss Kozuki guidance this morning made me reconsider granting it. My duty was most important right now. Our life together thus far has been too normal, one could say.
普通ですか？
Almost as if the two of us were friends.
友人ですか？
Her mouth dropped open in surprise. Well, there is no law prohibiting special class individual from being friends with abilities. I looked away.
すみません。なんだかお気を煩わせてしまっているみたいで。
No, that's not it. I was being too vague. I will make this simple. I spoke with the intent of causing you pain. You are a criminal, and thus you should suffer as criminals should. Ken suddenly met my gaze.
おい。
Saburou glared at me. We cannot continue to regard each other so warmly. A bitter taste is the proof of an effective mason. Let us approach this in a more rigorous manner for the time being, so that your obligation can be cancelled quickly. Saika-san's gaze did not waver.
お手洗いもでしょうか？
おいおい、それくらい構わねえじゃねえか。
I said, please do not misunderstand. I'm not trying to agree with Saburou here. Yes, normally I would accompany you into the bathroom. I shook my head to clear it out. To clear out of hesitation. To clear it off hesitation? Out of hesitation, no? But as I have already granted your request in that regard, I will continue to honor my words.
おお、さすが武士。
Ken stared at me. If any problems arise as a result of this, I will not hesitate to revoke my permission. You understand? You understand, sorry. That felt a bit too weak and generic. Saika-san fell asleep before I did as usual. Ken was sleeping deeply himself. He was so still that I could have mistaken him for a corpse.
Na a, Masaomi.
I could see Saburou's eyes looking at me amidst the darkness.
いつ試験が終わるのかね。
Who knows?
おいおい、仕方かよ。
What will be? Will be.
というと
It doesn't matter how thorough we are in our supervision of Saika-san. Yuukyuu really doesn't approve of our efforts.
でも、なんかできることないかね。
What's this? Have you gotten some motivation?
いやよ、女が待ってるんだよね。とっとと高等人にならねえと困るんだわ。
Oh. Well, everyone's circumstances were different.
その女さ、運のない子でさ、失火で人の家を燃やしちまってさ。
Accidentally. I see. You aiming to become a high-class individual so you can look after her. Not an uncommon motivation. I hope you know that there is no guarantee you will be assigned to supervise her even if you do so become a special high-class individual.
いや、必ずなる。
His tone was steady.
そう約束したんだ。あれ、なんか俺寒くね？力んじゃってね。
Well, I understand.
すまんね。
You seem to be more delicate than I thought. Dedicated, sorry.
とんでもねえよ。俺に惚れてるのはその子だけじゃねえんだぜ。
I won't press you for the details. Saburou was perhaps a sloppy man, but he possessed a charm that soon endeared him to others. By the way, regarding the prisoner hiding in town.
俺も嫌な予感がするな。
I would say there is about a 90% chance the situation is a trap set by Hozuki.
罠だとして何だって言うんだ？
I don't know. It might just be some form of entertainment for her.
最近何か変わったことあるか？
Anything strange? I found myself looking down at Saika-san. Saika-san's attitude towards me recently has been quite...
やけに？
He had a nasty grin. Nasty, I think. That is... I chose my words carefully. Perhaps... or familiar would be the word for it. My words had a tinge of doubt.
おめえに心を開いてくれてるってことじゃねえか？
Perhaps. In any case, her demeanor keeps throwing me off. Something about it just felt odd. I think she might not be taking me seriously enough. I knew there was no way that it was possible, but... It was so funny.
いや、早く試験が終わるといいなって。
He lay down on the floor, licking his lips. Apparently, he did not intend to prolong our conversation. From now on, I will be treating Saika-san more harshly. Saburou didn't respond. Perhaps appropriately, as my words had been directed to myself in the first place. I found myself waiting on Saika-san outside of the bathroom again in the following day. Are you not done yet?
すみません。もう少し。
Your voice wavered. I do not intend to rush you, but we will be late for school if you take much longer.
せかしてんじゃねえかよ。
If you take much longer, sorry. Shut up!
怖っ。なけん。
I ended up waiting for over 20 minutes again. It's no coincidence, is it?
じゃ、いってらっしゃい。
ケンちゃんはお願いしますね。
おしめとかいろいろ買い込んでおくわ。
お金ありますか？
ナイス。
ちょっと待っててくださいね。
Should you go pairs out of nearby drawer? I could tell that it was absolutely packed with bills.
ありがとう。必ず返すわ。
いえいえ、私の子供でもあるんですよね。
確かにそうだね。
Saburou, I don't think a special class individual should be too proud of borrowing money from a rehabilitee.
忠告ありがとう。
That said, I am flat broke myself. It seems it was up to Saika-san to pay for it.
それでは行きましょうか、阿久津さん。
Alright.
ケンちゃん、行ってきますね。いい子にしてるんですよ。
Ken didn't return Saika-san's smile.
暑いですね。
Yes.
雨降りませんね。
Indeed. You walk slowly down the road side by side.
今日の晩ご飯何になさいます？
Do as you please.
見てください。珍しい蝶々ですよ。
Seki-san was always like this. She pursued nothing but the most casual and offensive topics. Whenever there is a lapse of conversation, she must attempt to enliven things once more. Rinse and repeat. Give me a sec. Enliven. I mean, I think it's enliven, but who the fuck knows? Видит. Ага. And leaving. And leave. Without them. And arrive and leave. No, with them! Fucking... This fucking translation. Give me a sec. What is it?
いえ、のどかですね。
Yes.
こんな毎日がずっと続いたらいいですね。
You have got to be kidding me. You wish to remain in rehabilitation?
いえ、決してそんなことはないです。
I mean, that's exactly what it sounds in her case, because she won't be able to live such a life if she, will return to her normal life, so to speak. She would have me remain as a special class individual cadet as well?
すみません。失言でした。
No, I understand. I'm sure you meant nothing unpleasant by it. It was merely an idle longing for peace and relaxation. Perhaps I was simply a bit on edge today.
おはようございます。
Her usual greeting to the usual classroom. The students had no idea that the dangerous criminal wasn't so loose in their own town. A bit of questioning was another.
不審人物ですか？
It was best to let her know about it now, being that she was required to stay with me at all times. She would hear about it sooner or later anyway, she already heard, but okay. Don't worry about it.
気にするなと言われましても。
Treat it as you would a ghost.
余計に気になります。
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Don't say that. Your eyes widened. Is something the matter?
いえ。時々映画の俳優さんのようなことをおっしゃいますね。ドキリとしました。
She was blushing. It is a special high-class individual's duty to protect his charge.
ええ、わかっています。けれど、とても嬉しいです。
I was beginning to feel slightly embarrassed myself. Was what I said that discomforting? Discomforting? Writing it down because I'm fucking idiot. Give me a sec. This discomforting. Seki-san smiled gently at me. I've actually never seen a movie before. Enjoying the art of film was a luxury afforded only the wealthy.
では、今度一緒に見に行きませんか？
Don't be stupid. I suddenly realized something. If you want that to happen, you had better hurry up and get this obligation of yours cancelled. Seki-san wasn't faced in the slightest.
義務が解消されたらですね。頑張ります。
Well, I could just consider this a bit of additional incentive. Incentive. Fucking idiot. Incentive. Waiting the day, I once again found myself waiting on Seki-san's restroom. Seki-san spent quite a long time in the restroom. Perhaps all women will like that?
ちょっといいですか？
A friend of Seki-san suddenly initiated a conversation with me. I'm afraid I can oblige you if you are here to complain about my surveillance of Saika-san's restroom activities.
分かってます。前にもこういうことがありましたから。
That would mean that her former special class individual did this as well. What is it that you need?
ミーナさん、最近どうです？
I'm afraid I do not understand why you're asking that. Show it concern.
ごめんなさい。でも最近、なんだかとっても楽しそうだから。
She has. The girl nodded, her eyes
あ
sparkling.
なたが来てからですよ。
She was different before I came here?
よく笑うし、気が利く子なんだけど、自分は楽しめてないみたいな感じだったから。
Huh? I do not know how to respond to that.
とにかく、みんなミーナさんが好きだから。でも、親友にはなれないのよ。ミーナさんがやんわりとみんなを遠ざけるから。
Minna. Minna. Minna in Japanese is everyone or something. Like, maybe even or when like they were deciding on the name, she even said like this. It was later, right? Oh, you know what I mean. So yeah, it's interesting meaning of her name. I'm sure you already know this, but her obligation mandates as such. If she gets too close to someone, it will be impossible for her to hide her force from them, leading to conflict. The girl's smile grew distant.
ほら、あの子って全然悪くないでしょ？だから、早く自由になれたらいいなって。
Yes, I understand the feelings.
あなたが一番そばにいるんだから、ほんと、お願いしますね。
I will make an effort to do so. The girl took her leave, having said what she wanted to say. I was the person closest to her.
どうされました？
You took a while again. I collected myself and turned to stare at Saika-san.
すみません。
She lowered her head in a gesture of apology. I know you have no control over your own physiology, but please try to finish things as quickly as possible, so as to avoid having too much time to herself. I mean, I have like two theories. She just wants to be alone, because obviously fucking right. Because you're like all the time you have surveillance, right? Or she's actually writing her like songs or like whatever. The only problem is that like I assume he would have noticed like papers or like you know, pens on her, so I don't know.
すみません。
But then again, she always wears this uniform, so she could easily have that in like her pocket or something, I don't know. Does she even have one? Maybe like on her chest, you know, like usual pockets. But I don't see one, so... She looked like she wanted to vanish. Really though, I suppose that is somewhat of an unreasonable request. Yes. There were some things the person simply had no control over. I ignored the drawing of the teacher, instead taking the opportunity to ponder the current situation. What was the best way to get this obligation cancelled? And how on earth was I supposed to please Hozuki? By the time I managed to strike a sort of inspiration, school was already over.
今日も一日お疲れ様でした。
Saika-san, we need to have a talk. The lights of the setting sun cast a scarlet glow across her face. You act as a villain.
はい。
There is no doubt that you are a good-natured person. However, people are only able to persist in good nature if the people around them are good-natured souls themselves. I will act with malice toward you from now on. I wish to see if you can withstand such an onslaught. Saika-san wilted in confusion.
私を攻撃ですか？
From now on, you will be dealing with a treacherous, insensitive, self-serving, and crooked person.
私は殴られるのですか？
I will not employ violence. That went against my principles. I shall cancel your obligation if you can maintain your composure in the face of my villainous actions.
期間はどれくらいでしょうか？
She seemed to be in panic. There is no sense in drawing this out. This was my last resort. If it failed, it was merely causing her unnecessary pain. You continue this for 2 full days. If all goes well, you will be released 3 days from now. That's fucking exactly what she asked, no? Like, how long? Ah, there is no sense in drawing this out, so yeah. It will be relatively short, he meant.
わかりました。私は阿久津さんを信じるしかありませんから。
Let us begin. If I recorded the events from here on out in fine detail and submitted them to Hozuki, she would have no choice but to accept my request. I intended to employ methods resembling her own after all. Someone who can strike a wound without provocation and laugh about it afterwards. I'm sure that Hozuki would have been forced to acknowledge Saika-san's progress had she not lost her nerve at that time. Hozuki told her that she could expect 5 years when she returned to the city. And she was exactly right. Saika-san would need to be able to handle the pressure of upholding the traditions of a higher-class family, dealing with verbal abuse from other women, and entertaining the whims of high-ranking government officials and other members of her family. One couldn't even begin to compare these people to the amiable residents of this town. See what I was talking about? Let's go, Don. I swear curtly. Saika-san adopted a resolute expression. My method was surely the correct one. Hey, I turn around.
何でしょう?
Sweat dripped from your pocket. How many times do I have to tell you to pick up the pace? I strolled briskly ignoring Saika-san.
すみません.
I grow wary of your apologies. I do not care if you are an athletic. Stop acting like a spoiled brat.
すみません.
Shut up! Do not apologize. I scowled at her. I had never had problems with subjugating others. Oh, right. I came to help. I forgot something at the school. Yeah, wow, that's actually realistic. I'm going back to get it. What is it? Any complaints?
いえ、戻りましょう.
She was already out of breath. Her stamina must have been quite lacking. When you're working as a priestess, you will be required to remain standing for the entire duration of ceremonies.
わかっています。頑張ります。
Then hurry up and get your feet moving. I jerked my hand in the direction of the school. I hadn't forgotten anything in the first place, of course, so I exited the classroom immediately upon entering. Saburou was nowhere to be found, so when we arrived at the house, the sun has already set. We ended up wasting quite a bit of time thanks to your sluggishness. I scolded her.
すぐに夕飯の支度をしますね.
She had settled down after we had entered the house. She wore a smile once more. What are you making tonight?
はい。牛肉と夏野菜の炒め物にしようかと.
How extravagant. She appeared to have misinterpreted my sarcasm as compliment, and countercalculous amounts of starving children as well. Because flies flitted incessantly around the emaciated bodies. It was the same way when I was growing up in the slums. Everyone sought to eat. Everyone killed to eat. I lowered my voice and glared at Saika-san. Though I am sure an upper-class lady like yourself understands nothing of the wants of the needy.
わかりません.
Even though you visited Silent Street in the past?
それは...
I bet you were driven in some luxury car by an attendant.
はい。そうです.
Sorry about that.
はい。そうです。生活していたわけではありません.
Her expression tightened.
阿久津さん.
Stop acting so meek! It's disgusting!
すみません。阿久津さん。あのですね。
What is it?
変になんですよね.
If she acted like that, it would defeat the point of this exercise. I wonder. I rolled my gaze upon her again. Maybe this is what I'm really like, Saika-san.
そんな...
I hope you have not forgotten that I have had to endure countless hardships in my quest to become a special high-class individual. I cannot count the amount of brushes I have had with death. Don't group me together with children who spend their time learning happily in school. Now hurry up and make dinner. Saki-san lacks the energy to respond. She simply headed back into the kitchen. During dinner, Saburou returned, carrying Ken on his back.
いやー、ケンはほんとむっつりくんだわ。
His screen vanished as soon as he took a look at how we were acting.
あれ、まさかの喧嘩？
You have not even touched your food. Eat something.
食欲があまり。
あ、なんか顔色悪いね。
Do you intend for me to eat something you will not?
違います。ただ先ほどのお話が身に染みる思いでして。
さっきの話って。
I pounded upon the table. The table where scattered with a clank. Saki-san's expression grew even more forced. And isn't that exactly why you shouldn't leave even a scrap of food behind?
それはよくわかっています。わかっているのですが。
Stop acting so timid. Sit up straight. She bowed, whimpering. No matter how many people in this world are to die from starvation, the fate shall not be visited upon you. You have been blessed since birth. Can I fucking read? Blessed since birth. What is wrong with taking advantage of your blessings?
っていうか、俺シカトされてない？
It was bath time. I stood closer to Saki-san than usual and began to harass her. Wow. What do you mean harass? Okay. Look at those cowards on you. To shrunk away from me. Your body is quite provocative for a child.
ひどいです。
I just said what everyone is thinking.
みんな。
You're going to be standing in front of huge crowds of people, aren't you? You'll even be on television. What a celebrity. Your body is not displeasing to the eye. Don't forget that you will have to deal with the lewd gazes of countless men. You continue speaking indifferently. Saki-san's expression began to morph into one of fright and of despair. You will have to interact with people who want nothing more than to spread more rumors about you and tarnish your dignity in the name of entertainment. I started to wonder how Saki-san would fare after the cancellation of your obligation. I knew that it was impossible for a special class individual who fixated on minute details of his charges. Private lives to effectively manage. I see. Private lives to effectively manage multiple rehabilitees at once, but. What? Are you giving up already? I began to get fed up with her, because he might have been right. If her obligation had been cancelled already, she most likely would have been crushed beneath the wheel's malice. Her dignity had vanished without a trace. Alright, I'm gonna take a break. See you in a few minutes.